2022 graduation ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of our colors by our nationally ranked NJROTC. ASB Vice President, Ms. Mariana Covarrubias, will now lead us in the flag salute. Please remain standing afterwards for the national anthem, sung by future Wildcat and Wildcat little sister, Kiara Lynn Fontalera.
Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, Kiara Lynn, and welcome to our ASL seniors who will be signing the anthem as well.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's give another round of applause to Kiara Lynn, our ASL seniors, Mariana, and our NJROTC. Well done, everyone. Please be seated. Welcome families, guests, dignitaries, and most importantly, graduates. I am Dr. Jennifer Tomasian, and I am honored to serve as the proud principal of Paloma Valley High School. Joining me on stage today, we have some honored guests. From our Board of Trustees, Board President, Mr. David Nellison. Board Vice President, Mr. Anthony Stafford Sr. Board Clerk, Miss Elizabeth Vallejo. Board Member, Dr. Randall Freeman. From our District Office, Superintendent, Mr. Grant Bennett. Deputy Superintendent of Business Services, Ms. Candace Rains. Assistant Superintendent of Educational Service, Mr. Robert Bruff. Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Mr. Kirk Skorpanich. Executive Director of Technology, Mr. Joseph Williams. From the City of Menifee, we have our Mayor, Mr. Bill Zimmerman. We also have our PVHS counselors, Mr. Howard J. Jackson, Mr. Pete Lopez, Mr. Ivan Lumba, Miss Kathleen Reed, Miss Patricia Roberts, Miss Esperanza Solis, and Mr. William Warren. Class of 22, congratulations. Graduates, it has been a true roller coaster the past 4 years. You have overcome obstacles, mastered new learning, navigated changes to all of our lives, and grown into the amazing humans that we see before us. However, none of you have done this alone. You have built a network of support with your friends seated around you. You have sought guidance from teachers and staff that have encouraged you to keep striving along the way. And most importantly, for the past 13 years on your educational journey, you have relied on the unconditional support of your families and loved ones. Graduates, I want you to take a moment right now. Look up in the stands, find your people, find your loved ones, look at them, and say thank you. Give them a round of applause because they helped get you here. None of us does anything in this world alone. Class of 22, more than any other class in my tenure at PVHS, you have seen this world and this school change. We have experienced some pretty amazing, wonderful moments together. And we have experienced some that have shook us pretty hard. We had to learn to overcome and to persevere, even though perhaps we were all a little broken inside at times. Almost 4 years ago, when you were just freshmen, we lost our fellow Wildcat, Jake Drost. We organically gathered at that flagpole up there behind me, and we held each other and we cried as that news spread around the campus. My heart ached for the loss that your young souls had to process so soon. 3 years later, as we welcomed you all back on campus from nearly 2 years of distance, our community was again shocked by the loss of another Wildcat member of the class of 22, Ana Areola Sanchez. And again, we gathered at that flagpole and held each other and cried. Jake and Anna's memories will live on as members of the class of 22, and they have an honorary place seated here in front of me today. They will watch over our class and guard our graduates as they proceed down the ramp into tomorrow. In addition, some of their families are gathered with us today in the stadium, and because they will always be a part of our Wildcat family. Please join me in a moment of silence for Jake and Anna and all of those that we've lost over the years. Thank you. It is in those moments of adversity, the times that we reflect and feel so small and disconnected, that we must remember the immense impact that each of us, each of you, have on one another and the world. Class of 22, you are 641 individuals, but collectively, you are a force to be reckoned with. Each of you has taken a different journey here today, but together you have ensured that you have each reached this finish line together. You pushed one another and used that connection for an impact for good. My hope for you today is the same as it was 4 years ago. Find your passion and live it deeply. Use the skills, the resources, and the knowledge that you have gained here, and take that passion to transform not just yourself, but this entire world. Make this world, our home, our community, better through works of kindness and sacrifice and love. Tomorrow will be different because I know that you will make it so. Class of 22, congratulations. I am so proud of each one of you. Now, with an address on behalf of the Paris Union High School District Board of Trustees, please welcome Board President, Mr. David Nellison.
Thank you, Dr. Tomasian. Good evening, Superintendent Bennett, your cabinet, my fellow board members, faculty, parents, and lastly, but definitely not least, the graduating class of 2022. I was graciously given this opportunity to try to inspire you as you make a big transition from one part of your life to another. I've never been a great motivational speaker, but I'll give it my best shot. Now, there are two types of people in this world when it comes to attitude and thought process. The first of the types of people are the ones who sit and wait for opportunities to come to them so that they can take them. They wait forever for something magical to fall into their laps, yet it never seems to come to pass. And they end up in some job that they had no intention of taking, doing some menial task that they had no desire to do at all, and all because they were not willing to be bold. Now, the second types of people are the ones who find a way to create opportunities for themselves. These are the ones who make their own luck. These are the people who are the Fortune 500 CEOs. These types of people are the ones who live the lives that they envision themselves living. Now, the difference between the two sets of people comes down to the concept of fear. Our 32nd President of the United States, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, in his first inaugural address stated, "Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself, nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror which paralyzes needed efforts to convert retreat into advance." Now, those who do not let the fear of denial, rejection, or failure rule their lives are the ones who turn out to be successful. Success is often a result of not being afraid to accomplish anything that you want to do because anything is possible. Now, many people say that the successful people have success because they were lucky or they were a product of good circumstance. But I'm here to tell you today that you are your own driving engine and you are your own brake. This means that you are the only one that can determine your own fate. Now, history is full of examples of people who started with practically nothing, but through determination, hard work, and fearlessness, they built their brands. Just a few of these examples would include Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates and Paul Allen, the founders of Microsoft, J.K. Rowling, Ralph Lauren, Walt Disney, and Howard Schultz, the founder of Starbucks. And these people were willing to put it all on the line for something that they believed in and for which they were passionate. Now, I'm not saying that you will not have obstacles to overcome. No matter how passionate you are about something or how much you work for something, there will always be dream killers. There will always be someone to say that you cannot do it or that it cannot be done. The only one who can prove them right or wrong is you. The only one holding you back is yourself. When asked about obstacles in his life, Michael Jordan once said, "Obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it." And these obstacles and brick walls exist for one reason and one reason only: to help prove who you really are and how much you want something. And remember that nothing great that was built by human hands was magically produced overnight. It is a result of getting past brick wall after brick wall. It takes hard work, determination, and perseverance. You can always point the finger at something else or someone else to explain why you did not succeed. People always tend to make excuses as to why they are not successful. But I challenge you to take responsibility for yourself because it is all up to you. You have a choice every single day with what you are going to do with your life. Who you're going to spend it with, and what you will do will decide to be your life's focus. And some of you are thinking, "I'm not going to college or the business sector. Why should I be fearless or passionate?" And I'm telling you right now that no matter what you decide to do with your lives, you should be fearless and passionate. If you want to be a doctor, be fearless. If you want to be a stay-at-home mother, be passionate about it. If you want to deliver letters and packages, be fearless and passionate about that as well. Just do not be afraid to take some risk for the sake of following your passion. And so with that, I would like to congratulate you on being fearless, determined, and passionate enough to graduate high school. And I cannot wait to see where your passion takes you in the future. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our first student speaker, this year's salutatorian, Miss Patricia Langsang.
Good evening and welcome everyone. On the behalf of the class of 2022, we appreciate those that took the time to participate in this wonderful celebration. The time has come to celebrate our achievements and all of our hard work. So congratulations, we did it. 4 years ago, I would have never thought about standing in front of you all, but here I am. I'm terrified, but I am here. Last weekend, I agonized over what I wanted to say for the next 4 minutes. I could talk about one of our worst high school years, distance learning, and how difficult our comeback was. I could talk about the chapters in our lives and how to live our own stories. I could talk about the epic highs and lows of high school football, but I won't. Sorry to disappoint. Instead, I'll talk about a different cliche through a little story. The night of 4th of July, my family and I all walked up the small hill by our house to watch the fireworks at Wheatfield. As we waited for the gunpowder to explode in the sky, I observed the town that I lived in for 12 years. When I looked down, the city was glowing, shining, and alive. And when I looked up at the sky, I saw stars. What was it like to be a star? They are legends, they are famous, they are stars, and they live on. Reach for the stars, that's what they told us in elementary. But perhaps by attributing success as stars, we are subconsciously giving people the idea that success is unreachable. What if instead of looking so far out the distance, we start appreciating the lights right here closest to us? The buzzing gleam of the city, the warm homely blaze from our neighborhoods, and the fleeting radiance of fireworks. That's what I saw up on that hill back then. Sure, stars can be impressive as we all revolve around one self-centered sun, but the glow around us that night was breathtakingly beautiful. Stars can reach billions of people, but the brilliance of our own individual lights is capable of impacting others in surprising ways. We each have a distinct strength that we share with others, comfort and energy we emit with our peers, a glowing influence that makes the night sky a little less dark. Our light might not travel as far as others, but it still reaches those that need it by making a difference in each other's lives. Similar to those earthly lights that collectively outshine stars, may our own lives ripple through others and together make the world a brighter place. So here we are thanking those that have made a difference in our lives, our family, our friends, and our mentors. For me, it was my mom who taught me the value of hard work. It was my two brothers, Sebastian and Nathan, who supported me unconditionally and taught me to strive for what I wanted. It was my cousin Ren, whose emotional intelligence I admire. I really wish he was here today. It was my teachers who gave me hope and taught me the lesson of failure. And it was my friends who were with me all throughout high school and whose companionship gave me a pillar of support. When we leave this stage, remember the impact we have on others and the kind of light we want to shine on them. The lessons we learn from those around us, whether intentionally or unconsciously, will allow us to shine brighter for the next light we encounter, that soon will all be blinding. So dear graduates of 2022, keep your heads held up high and bring out some shades as we embark a new journey of lights. Let us make this night and our lives as dazzling as we are. Thank you.
Down the ramp. You got it, girl. Great job, Patricia. Thank you. Now welcome this year's valedictorian, Mr. Chad Moore.
I am extremely honored to be standing before you today, representing this incredibly hardworking, intellectual, and respectable graduating class of 2022. I would first love to start off by thanking my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for getting me through every aspect of these past 18 years. I am not ashamed to say that I simply would not be standing here today if it weren't for him. To my incredible parents and family, no words can describe the level of support you have surrounded me with in everything I do, and I'm beyond blessed to know there will always be someone who wants the absolute best for me every single day. I love you all so much, and I hope I have made you proud. I would also like to personally give a huge thank you to the wonderful Mr. Raymond, Mr. Lundy, who is probably balding faster as we speak, and most importantly, Mrs. Schmidt. Ms. Schmidt, you are quite frankly the most hilarious, caring, and kind-hearted teacher I have ever had the privilege of meeting. You care so much about your profession and your students, and I just wanted to thank you for being not only an astounding educator, but friend. Principal Tomasian, our amazing faculty and administration, Family, friends, and fellow graduates of Paloma Valley High School, the day is finally here, one that is to be remembered and cherished, holding a special place in our hearts for the rest of our lives. I hope we never forget how extremely privileged each and every one of us are to have received this education and should never take it for granted, for millions of less fortunate young people around the world would love to be where we are standing today. But now it is our responsibility to utilize this blessing because the great aim of education is not knowledge, but action. The immense amount of work, patience, and dedication that we have invested into our studies makes this bittersweet moment worthwhile. Through the treacherous terrain of uncertainty we have gone through the past few years, high school definitely was not the experience we expected, but I truly believe we did the best with what we were given. As Einstein once noted, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep going. I believe this quote is a perfect summation of the difficulties we as students and even teachers had to endure the past few years, changing the way we learn and grasping on to whatever would get us throughout the day. Although I never want to mention or experience distance learning ever again, and I think that feeling is very mutual, I have no choice but to commend us all for making it not only through this mentally and physically challenging era, but prospering beyond the finish line of today. Although we were apart, I believe it has only made us stronger, as we have become more aware and acceptable to the fact that we as human beings each have our own valid limits. I do not regret turning off my computer and taking a break from meetings some days because I wasn't feeling it, and I will not apologize for prioritizing myself over academics, as neither should any of you in the future. I believe the system overall fails to recognize the importance of taking time for ourselves away from academic stress and exhaustion. And I truly hope this changes in the decades that follow, even on a global scale, where a student can be free from overwhelmingness while not having to compromise and sacrifice their true passions and career aspirations in order to achieve a higher overall grade or make them stand out in a way that is arbitrary or irrelevant to who they actually are as a unique individual. Graduates, never feel as though you must settle for the typical. Securing a passionless place in society and continue to pursue the path that authenticates who you truly are as a one-of-a-kind, creative, and artistic human being. Your goals may come and go, but just know that obstacles do not define who you are or what you can accomplish, and never let anyone decide what is or what is not possible for your life. As many of you may not know, about 8 years ago, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Before I even understood what was wrong with my body, this disease has left me with a constant state of imbalance, and many, including myself, began to question the extent of what I could or could not do, only advancing my personal insecurities, whether I had to forcibly inhale numerous glucose tablets during an exam or publicly inject insulin into my arm in order to simply share a meal with those around me. Although navigating and struggling through life has continued to be extremely unpredictable, I am honored to be standing before you today, and I would love to personally attest that through perseverance and a whole lot of faith, especially in yourself, you truly can get through whatever life throws in your face. Although my pancreas had nearly decided to give up, that did not mean I had to as well. Despite knowing from a young age that my disease is currently incurable and may have permanently altered my daily life, I believe that is what ultimately was a blessing in disguise, and I'm 1,000 times stronger because of what I have been through. Graduates, we get to determine how our obstacles affect us and what role we allow them to play in our lives. And I hope you decide to overshadow your setbacks with persistence. I would also love to thank my amazing friends who have been there since the beginning of this long journey, always there by my side to support me. Although we've been together since the prehistoric elementary school days, navigating through the past years would not have been possible without each and every one of you. Even though we found each other through the education system, a whole life of adventure awaits us. To the graduating class of 2022, I know that wherever you go in life, whether you stay right here in Menifee or move across the globe, you can and will pursue whatever makes you happy. As you all venture out into this world, I hope you continue to care about others, the environment, and most importantly, yourselves, because all of these have immeasurable value and are deserving of nothing but the best. In the end, you are living your own life, and I pray that you never forget the incredible worth and purpose you serve every day. Not for society or for others, but for yourself, I sincerely hope you find your passions and individual goals and never stop until you achieve them. Because in the end, every accomplishment ultimately started with the decision to try. Our lives are just beginning, and it is solely up to you to decide how your story progresses to the next chapter. And I hope you choose to be unapologetically yourself and never be forced into any category, because normal is boring anyway. As a class, we have been through more than we can imagine in these past 4 years. Yet here we are, sitting beside one another for a reason, because all of our future aspirations and desires have continuously pushed us to strive for more. Look into the stands and others around you, fellow graduates. Every person here tonight is supporting you and knows your astounding potential, and it is up to you to prove them right. Congratulations, class of 2022, and may the force be with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad. Well done. Mr. Bennett. And members of the Board of Trustees, I certify that the Paloma Valley High School class of 2022 has fulfilled all the requirements of the Paris Union High School District and the state of California for the graduation of high school.
Thank you, Dr. Tomasian. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Paris Union High School District, I accept your certification of these students. Based upon that certification, I now declare these students are graduates of Paloma Valley High School of the Paris Union High School District. Class of 2022, congratulations.
Romello Jean Ray. Cody Daniel Prado.
Connor Rose.
Howdy, man. So proud of you. You good? You got it, Rachel?
You have that guy there, you sort of do. We can move Jake if we need to. No, I want to get the guy to the left here. They're both going to be greeting them. I think that's it. Now the guy left.
Salvador Peña.
Miles Henry Taylor.
Omar Sharif.
Athena Jaylene Dunson.
Angel Acevedo.
Victoria Rubio.
William Acosta.
Jonna Cruz Fredelusas.
Emma Edelman.
Jacob Joshua Camacho de Rosario.
Manny Agbakpiaka.
Spencer Lee Carnes.
Saraí Aguilera.
Kayla Leon.
Hasina Ahamadzai.
Eli William Woodward.
Giovanni Alejandro Alatorre.
Haley Marie Mangione.
James Alexander Alcantar.
Richard Dellen Hussein Manuel.
Kevin Alejandro Cruz.
Aaron Nicole Mariano.
Tyler Alfano.
Maya Marin.
Alondra Alfaro.
Brendan Riley.
Camden Michael Ollie.
York Gianni Marquez.
Cece Diaz.
Christian Alexander Mariquin.
Mariana Covarrubias.
Christopher Ellis Martin.
Patricia A. Lansing.
Alexia Isabel Martinez.
Chad Moore.
Desiree Brianna Martinez.
Jacob Lewis.
Jeff Ryland Martinez.
Adriana Altamirano.
Kylie Michelle Martinez.
Michael Scott Alvarez Gonzalez.
Catherine Lisbeth Martinez Castillo.
Haley Louise Amos.
Mary Catherine Massey.
Ashley Anaya.
Riley Scott Maccabee.
Noah Anderson.
Tristan McClure.
Joshua Alexander Angelo.
Savannah McEvers.
Ariana Grace Aninon Eng.
Carter McShane.
Anthony James Aranda.
Natalie Rose Medina.
Julian Mackay Arbuthnot.
Noah Alexander Medina.
Eli Eugenio Arce.
Christian James Meister.
Charlene Salvador Arciaga.
Emily Mejia.
Armando Arevalo.
Alexis Angelina Melgar.
Emma Michelle Armeda.
Joshua Milwani.
Angel Giovanni Ariola.
Yasmin Elizabeth Mendez.
Joyce Melody Arriaga.
Faustino Mendibles.
Alejandra Carolina Ariola.
Carlos Yael Mendoza.
Miko Isaac Arroyo.
Martin Yvonne Perez.
Peyton Raylan Ashcraft.
Luis Mera.
Biane Avila.
Salvador Mesa.
Jose Armando Avila.
Caden Gregory Millar.
Samantha Celine Avila.
Rosalie Mina.
Robert Ryan Ayala.
Austin Mirabella.
Christine Alexandra Ayala.
Leilani Lynn Mitchell.
Victor Basilio.
Vanessa Mitchell.
Sierra Lynn Bain.
Alexis Molina Ramirez.
William Ray Baker.
Yvette Erica Mondragon.
Ellie Lorraine Baldwin.
Angel Montanez.
Lisette Banderas Gallegos.
Reina Angelica Montenegro.
Brandon Barajas.
Vanessa Montero.
Logan Michael Barnes.
Alexis Chantel Montez.
Victoria Barrera.
Joshua Allen Montgomery.
Zayas Barrera.
Marina Jean Morales.
Jonathan Jacob Barrientos.
Elizabeth Rose Moreno.
Emily Bello.
Dalvin James Morong.
Adrian Beltran.
Claire Rianne Morrow.
James Hunter Berg.
McKenna Lee Mullinex.
Camille Mabasa Bergerman.
Ashton Riley Movani.
Daphne Bernal.
Angel Mungia.
Reginald Bivens.
Justin Ulysses Mungia.
Eris Simone Blames.
Chase Kennett.
Ryan
Alyssa.
Zachary.
Alyssa Ray Munoz.
Demariana Leilana Leishan Blocker Dixon.
Andrew Joseph Munoz.
Elizabeth Ann Blount.
Joseph Robert Munoz.
Austin Joseph Bocanegra.
Kayla Munoz.
Amanda Nicole Bolton.
Ethan Benicio Muro.
Oswaldo Aziel Bonilla.
Jocelyn Murray.
Christine Nicole Bowden.
Tristan Joseph Myrick.
Terrence Elliott Bowden Jr.
Jalissa Renee Navarro.
Elizabeth Marie Bowman.
Fabian Allen Negretti.
Ashia Nashay Branch.
Jennifer Negretti.
Cameron Michael Breeze.
Savannah Annalise Negretti.
Celeste Eileen Briley.
Joshua Andrew Nelson.
Linnea Naomi Brodowski.
Tanner Scott Nelson.
Hope Bella Brokow.
Melanie Antonia Newbold.
Marcus Brooks.
Ronnie Lee Newsom.
Yassine Marquez Broussard.
Kaylani Newton.
Brandon Robert Brown.
Marvin Elgin Colin No.
John Lawrence Brownlee.
Kelly Wynn.
Lyanna Jane Bruce.
Mina Wynn.
Sebastian Broombach.
Patrick Wynn.
Micah Brousseau.
Samantha Wynn.
Kevin Bugario.
Trini Wynn.
Brittany Bunn.
Vincent Wynn.
Andrew James Dammer.
Shane Nichols.
Seth William Burge.
Isaac Nicholas.
Wyatt Dalton Buzak.
Juan Nicholas Antonio.
Tara Jane Campbell.
Ashley Sandoval Niebla.
Gianluca Canseco.
Jasmine Sandoval Niebla.
Eric Ricardo Cantor.
Monique Sandoval Niebla.
Alexander Cardenas.
Favor Newcomb.
Jace Peter Cascarini.
Juliana Noriega.
Michelle Marie Castellanos.
Julian Nunez.
Giovanni Santiago Castellon.
Justin David Ocasla.
Elon Kamani Castillo.
Diana Vanessa Olea Cruz.
Jeanette Castillo.
Ethan Ogin Olgan.
Timothy Caulfield.
Brian Alexis Olguin Trujillo.
Angelo James Kayenin.
Micah Leo Olin.
Madison Saracero.
Elijah Cyrus Oriana.
Janelle Serena Cervantes.
Albert Isaac Ortega.
Sebastian Cervantes.
Anthony Ortega Ruiz.
Vanessa Yvette Cervantes.
Alyssa Diane Ortiz.
Mara Lene Charles.
Elizabeth Ortiz.
Monica Jasmine Chavez Martinez.
Autumn Star Brea Ovale.
Sebastian Cherry.
Emily Elizabeth Padilla.
Jeremiah Matthew Chiang.
Johan C. Padua.
Alexandria Clark.
Emma Page.
Olivia Grace Clark.
Andrew A. Palacio.
Matthew Andrew Click.
Nicole Palomo.
Noreen Lillian Clute.
Daniel J. Parker.
Dylan Kyle Coe.
Javier Gaspar Para.
Roland Ethan Combato.
Elizabeth Penover.
Skylar Patrick Kennard.
Valeria M. Peridia.
Alex Cameron Contreras.
Adam Perez.
Cody Charles Conwell.
Alonzo Perez.
Ian Albert James Cook.
Emily Crystal Perez.
Leticia Isabel Cordova.
Nicole Yaneli Perez.
Leila Cornejo.
Roberto Perez.
Mia Nicole Corona.
Ethan James Pfeiffer.
Braden Tyler Casaboom.
Quan Pham.
Alexei Benzi Coten.
Katie Pham.
Sofia Covarrubias.
Jason Fan.
Alejandro Cruz.
Trevor Michael Felipe.
Alicia Cruz.
Sky Inez Phillip.
Jaime Fabian Cuenca.
Shane Alexander Pierce.
Viviana Da Silva.
Victoria Lucia Pinto.
Hannah Daniel.
Carson Plain.
Kim Back Pham Dow.
Haley Alani Platas.
Diego Gabriel Dávalos.
Samuel Alejandro Polanco.
Emma Madeline Davis.
Benjamin T. Pope.
Joshua Davis.
Jalen Pope.
Eric Matthew de la Cruz.
Caleb Primo.
Carla Nicole de los Reyes.
Liam M. Price. Kirsten Shea Pringle.
Kimberly Catalina de los Santos.
Isabella Sophia Prince.
Joseph Williams Davis.
Louis Anthony Prevetcher.
Andrew Michael DeHaro.
Miko Pravito.
Alexa Delgado.
Jessica Andrea Quesada.
Anthony Roger DeCrescio.
Connor Lee Quick.
Courtney Jaron Denton.
Isabella Abigail Quigley.
Seth Delgado.
Abraham Kwatami.
Andrew Joseph Devlin.
Isaac Victor Ramirez.
Jessica Sarah Davenport.
Kaylee G. Ramirez.
Anaí C. Diaz.
Marie Ramirez.
Brian Diaz.
Ninette Ramirez.
Kevin C. Disla.
Jacob Ramos.
Kaylin Dahl.
Josuelito C. Ramos.
Jenna Domicio.
Erica Janae Rankin Izell.
David Christopher Dona.
Anthony Robellar.
Alexander Doria.
Danny Redding.
Aiden Doyen.
Mia Redondo.
Daryl Dubois.
Michaela Redwine.
Adam Joseph Duran.
Haley Rees.
Ernesto Jose Duran.
Katrina Reed.
Carissa Didell.
Samuel Isaac Reed.
Vivian Didell.
Shavangi Regney.
Alana Danielle Edwards.
Jenna Christine Richardson.
Maj Elzatari.
David Ricks.
Stafford Leon Hilaire.
Alyssa Ann Riggs.
Cadence Renee Eller.
Tania Riley.
Caleb Allett.
Tammy Ritchie.
Keaton Tyler Entrikin.
Emma Aurora Rivera.
Alyssa Ashley Bernal Espiritu.
Isabella Marie Rivera.
Madison Rolander Estes.
Jovan Rivers.
Jason Omar Estrada.
Jerry William Roberts.
Amari Evans.
Aaron Robertson.
Audrey Evans.
Jordan Gregory Robinson.
Colin James Evans.
Malia Ariana Robinson.
Caden Eveld.
Alyssa Robledo.
Andrew Alonso Fajardo.
Isabel Amaris Robles.
Anthony Farias.
Elizabeth Rodriguez.
Giselle Elizabeth Fapon.
Ethan Rodriguez.
Tierra Lene Fegan.
Lisbeth Rodriguez.
Andre Raul Flores.
Rachel Janelle Rodriguez.
Estella Jasmine Flores.
Gabriela Rojas.
Jaden Flores.
Skylar Noel Cloytamong.
James Flores.
Julissa Rosales.
Riley James Flores.
Jadelyn Rose.
Jacob Flowers.
Evan Christopher Ruiz.
Jaden Paul Fontalera.
Ariana Ruby Ruiz.
Moira Ferronda.
Adrian Rulan.
Kaya Forche.
Kieran Ramsey.
Carlos Frausto.
Marissa Rupel.
Jaslyn Page Frederick.
Tommy Saldino Jr.
Donald E.W. Godbey French.
Ethan Jacob Salapong.
Gavin Blaze French.
Julianne Sampson.
Adrian Albert Frometta.
Aaliyah Sanchez.
Kimberly Jane Fry.
Christian Sanchez.
Lanari Fuyaba.
Denise Sanchez.
Aiden Patrick Fuller.
Caitlin Sanchez.
Alan Galindo.
Nolan Van Sanchez.
Isabella Garcia.
Joshua Lee Garcia.
Christopher Alvaro Sandoval.
Julian Andrew Garcia.
Henry Estrado Sandoval Jr.
Michelle Garcia.
Kenshin Santos.
Oscar David Alexander Garcia.
Ivan Sariniana.
Rebecca Garcia.
Madison Sky Sarmiento.
Sophie Isabel Garcia.
Jaylee Shelb.
Leilani Ethel Rose Gers.
Scott Schroeder.
Aaron Carlos Gomez.
Kayla Arlene C.
Alessa Victoria Gomez.
Hayden Segali.
Janelle Isabella Gomez.
Brent Salwood.
Mandy Savannah Gomez.
Rhea Jane Cerna.
Trent Reese Gonzalez.
Aisha Maya Cisse.
Fernando Gonzalez.
Destiny Nicole Sevilla.
Jessica Gonzalez.
Raquel Jennifer Sherritt.
Joshua S. Gonzalez.
Ryan Schubert.
Kayla Giovanni Gonzalez.
Ian Simons.
Luis Samuel Gonzalez.
Taryn Sindred.
Mildred Alexandra Gonzalez.
Faith Jean Siriano.
Stephen C. Gorlicki.
Alexander Joseph Sitton.
Veronica Kathleen Gorley.
Luke Skiles.
Neil Edward Griffin.
Faith Ann Snedden.
Joaquin James W. Gruber.
Nicholas David Snyder.
Diego Guerra.
Daniel Sorab.
Cynthia Guerra Cuevas.
Rebecca Heaven Solis.
Danny Guerrero Jr.
Sandra Som.
Edgar Hugo Guerrero.
Lisa Sosa.
Jennifer Guillen Lopez.
Desalin Suvanasane.
Neil Robert Guth.
Jocelyn Spawn.
Derek John Gutierrez.
Leah Spawn.
Ian Nielsen Gutierrez.
Kayla Spearman.
Javier Efrain Gutierrez.
Aiden Sprouse.
Brianna Marie Guzman.
Eli Jacob Sedamont.
Thomas Saeed Hoka.
Cheyenne Sierra Stokes.
Emmett Walker Hamilton.
Casey Rianne Street.
September Nicole Hannah.
Shaquille Allen Strong.
Olivia Rose Hanson.
Gabriel J. Stroy.
Go ahead. Joshua Harley.
Corbin Stoltz.
Kylie Hurrell.
Anthony Suarez.
Logan Hartshorn.
Jonathan Suko.
Kaylee Marie Hashimoto.
Chloe Swinson.
Ricardo Hayes.
Taylor Lynn Marie Talley.
Adam Hernandez.
Tanya Tamayo Revuelta.
Brandon Scott Hernandez.
Ania Brianna Taylor.
Brianda Hernandez.
Juan Isaac Tejeda.
Christian Eric Hernandez.
Brandon Adam Ruel Thistle.
Joanna Maria Hernandez.
Dylan Scott Thomas.
Vivian Jasmine Hernandez.
Lexi Tisnado.
Francisco Jr. Herrera.
Karen Toledo.
Lene Nive Herrera.
Kenya Toledo.
Kaylee Ann Heslep.
Diana Tomas.
Daniel Joseph Hillary.
Izaden Xavier Toto.
Tegan Lynn Hythe.
Alex Ricardo Torres.
Triana Tai Ho.
Angelina Vanessa Torres.
Asa Amar Holmes.
Daniel Torres.
Reagan Sophia Hopsitter.
Haley Alexa Torres.
Michael Howard.
Elijah Torres Hornbeak.
Maxwell Hunter.
Jonathan Totanes Hines.
Leslie Ibarra.
Alexis Nicole Trejo.
Kiara Isabella Inoa.
Sophia Marley Tules.
Jasmine Jaimes.
Isaiah Uribe.
Alejandro Xavier Jaramillo.
Ariel Isabel Valdez.
Sitali Jaramillo Madero.
Chelsea Valdez.
Kayla Elizabeth Jenkins.
Yasmin Brianna Valdez Young.
Nicholas Wade Jenkins.
Angeline Destiny Valdivia.
Diana Cecilia Jimenez.
Anthony Valencia.
Emily Jimenez.
Graciela Valencia.
Laith Zahir Johar.
Nova Iris Valencia.
Alyssa Johnson.
Dakota Nicole Valenzuela.
Devin Noel Johnson.
Maya Angelica Valladares.
Stephanie Renee Natalie Johnson.
Angelina Philomena Van Dyke.
Chloe Kaylee Koss.
Noel Van Loot.
Madden K. Koss.
Donovan Ray Vanderwood.
Miles Nathan Koss.
Marcus Nino Paulo Camarino Vanta.
Deja Renee Kaluza.
Dianca Valeria.
Angelina Renee Keith.
Pedro Antonio Vargas.
Delbert Leon Kelly.
Bryant Alcedes Vasquez.
Angelina Rose Kirsch.
Sophia Isabella Vega.
Cody Pisai Kai.
Owen Bears.
Alayla Kimball.
Josue Valesquez.
Kalela Dalon King.
Adrian Vento.
Kyle Kirksey.
Emma Verbuhi.
Devin Kolb.
Jacob Viegas.
Chloe Elizabeth Corrigan.
Faith Walker.
Megan Crone.
Caitlin Walters.
Quinn Daniel Cool.
Susan Wardak.
Colton Nicholas Correa Hizzo.
Hayden Vaughn Watson.
Cole Michael Larson.
Tyler Jacob Weber.
Riley Nicholas Leathers.
Daniel Welcome.
Nathaniel LeBron.
David Welcome.
Russell Thomas Lemke.
Carmen Don Wessels.
Emma Victoria Limas.
Nicole Wetzel.
Azariah Lewis.
Emmett Wheeler.
Cole Tyler Lewis.
Lillian May Whipple.
Essence Tiana Lewis.
Legend Nasser William White.
Alexa Ariana Lingo.
Ashlyn Betty Williams.
Skylar C. Litzen.
Holly Pepper Williams.
Rochelle Logan.
Jeremiah Lene Williams.
Juliana Lomeli.
Leilani Khalees Williams.
Kinsey Longan.
Tiffany M. Williams.
Brisel Lopez.
Nicholas T. Wynn.
Fatima Maya Lopez.
Don Marie Wolf.
Gabriela Lopez.
Kendrick Atalano Wood.
Giselle Lopez.
Andre J. Wright.
Amanda Lisette Lopez Martinez.
Matthew Isaiah Wyatt.
Ruben Emiliano Lopez.
San Youssef.
Nadia Lopez Caballero.
Jake Steven Zablockas.
Brenna Kaylin Lord.
Jessica Natalia Zamora.
Rachel Lowe.
Dylan Ziegler.
Andrea Elisa Lucio.
Daniel Anthony Zuniga.
Alexandria Elizabeth Lynn.
Cassie Ogo.
Thomas Lytle.
Steven Cisneros.
Jaden Len Macias.
Anthony Roach.
Julia Macias Madrigal. Ethan Michael Magana. Marcus Mackey. Emily Ciclali Maldonado. Angela Manes. Anaya Franks. Leslie Pisa. Daniel King. Anna Elizabeth Cooper. And Taylor Poveromo.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Well done. Come on up for the last graduate.
So I'm good.
Like she's just like, I'm so confused. Why am I just because I'm the last one?
Please welcome Miss Cece Diaz, the ASB president, to now lead the class of 2022 in the turning of the tassel.
Congratulations, class of 2022. The turning of the tassel symbolizes the step we each take in moving from student to graduate. Senior class of 2022, before you stand up, please make sure your tassel is on the right side of your cap. Now please stand up for the turning of the tassel. Please take your left hand, reach up and grab the tassel and move it to the left side of your cap. Great job, class of 2022!
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of 2022.